If I'm working in a space that's abandoned or that would be sort of destroyed or demolished, it serves the purpose of making it into sort of something else. Like it has a chance to live another life and be another sort of thing for a while. That space is now imbued with a different sort of narrative or something. My name is Goodie, and I predominantly paint, and most of the time it's not on canvas. Most of the time it's on walls in abandoned buildings, or sometimes on paper, sometimes on canvas, but yeah, most of the time just out in the world or on the streets. I first started, I was doing a lot of sort of like surfboard art, a lot of sort of work on skateboards with just like Posca markers and sort of paint markers, and from there it kind of then shifted into just roaming around in a lot of drains. It's basically I just sort of transferred what I was sort of doing, like the ideas I was having internally, and then what I was doing on paper or skateboards at that point, and then just doing them more just directly onto walls or in the world around me that I was also exploring. I like to have absolutely no plan or idea of what I'm going to do before I actually paint in the place. So sometimes I'll just see a spot or I'll hear about a place and I'll just sort of go in, and generally I'll take a few sort of photos in my sketchbook and I'll just select a bunch of different, I guess, colours in paint, normally spray paint just because it's convenient to walk around with it. It's, for me, more about the process of actually kind of doing it, which is why a lot of it is quite improvised, and a lot of it for me is just sort of like elaborating with other different sort of spaces. I don't like the word street art or graffiti because they're both very like categorized sort of little boxes, and I think both of those terms are very coined by media and have like huge baggage on them now because of that. I mean, yeah, imagine a world where like we were all just sort of doing whatever, anywhere, and had much more sort of fluid ideas of what we each owned. I guess a lot of the places that I paint, they're abandoned, so they're either like just going to be knocked down in like a matter of like weeks or maybe months or perhaps years. It has a purpose of being able to just make us think differently about these things that, I mean, for, I guess, general society are just not necessary. They're just arbitrary sort of spaces. They're wasting space even, perhaps. And I believe that street art truly and purely does have its roots in working in, yeah, like these unused kind of derelict sort of spaces. I guess it does have the possibility of just making us think differently about the different areas that we inhabit and how we inhabit and how we use them, perhaps. I think maybe that's one thing that I'd hope for in the future of anything anyone does on the streets, is that they do sort of maintain their inner philosophy and really sort of stick to it, and that people will be maybe just more and more fluid about the way they work. Everything should be like perpetually repurposed, I believe. Nothing should just stay stable and, I don't know, sterile. That's the worst thing.